guys, it's Wednesday morning. Big updates in Dubai for you. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan has announced big investment in mental health. We're talking about the security drones that will be deployed across Dubai and this one amazing video that reminds you of the importance of kindness.
And so if you have missed this show, don't forget to subscribe to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, and enjoy the show.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan is investing 105 million dirham in your mental health.
As well, security drones are being deployed across Dubai.
We have tips from the government on how to deal with a heat wave in the UAE.
In Dubai, a video of a street sweeper in Dubai won hearts.
Later on in the show, stay tuned. We're going to be talking all things in cosmetic, surgery, healthcare innovations with Dr. Adel Quttainah, transforming beauty and wellness in the region.
It's 291 days since the genocide began in Gaza on October 7. The current death toll stands at 39,090 and the number of injured people is 90,147 and 1.9 million people have been displaced from their homes.
In today's rapid weather report, you'll have noticed it's humid in some areas, probability of fog. Temperatures in Dubai expected to hit 39 degrees this afternoon. Humidity is at 77%, but this morning we don't mind because we had a great night last night. We were at awards too and we won an award. Yay.
Amazing, guys. Lovin Dubai did it again. Tell us about the award.
I don't know if we did it again. It was a great night. Influencers Film Fair had the social media award. We were so grateful to accept award on behalf of the entire Lovin Dubai team for best digital brand of 2024. So big night and loads of, it was like the best influencers and content creators in the region in one room. But have you ever felt when you're just sitting there, probably like 200 or 300 people, and I could probably recognize about half of them, but I didn't know if I'd actually
know them,
met them,
okay, yeah,
or
I get
follow
you.
them. It's really
think
awkward.
It is, by the way, but you know what I think? I think that because we work in the social media industry and in the media industry, you probably have seen their faces.
But no, but I think because they're influencers and celebrities, we've all seen them.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then it's also like if they're on TikTok and I'm on Instagram, I'm like I don't even know how I know you, so I can't remember your content. But I'm like, have we met? Are you famous? Do I say hi? Do I hide? I don't know. And in some cases, you do the smile.
Yeah.
And then you just wait.
Well, I have a strategy because these things have happened to me several times.
Yeah, all the time.
Literally a lot of times. Not like through events or something, but a lot through university. So my strategy would be like, "Hi, how are you?" If she comes or if he comes up or anyone comes up, I'd be like, "Hi, how are you?" And I'd have a conversation with them.
You do
and
the
then
fake.
I would actually have, in a way, like lead them to tell me. You know what I mean? You
know what's funny is I struggle with that, and I actually approached someone last night, and I could see in her eyes she didn't know who I was. So because I've met her before a couple of times, so I said, "Hey, how are you?" And and it was the same as my reaction would be because I don't do the fake. I can't. Yeah. So I think I do a deer in headlights look, and I could see she was doing it to me because she was a bit like.
I know you.
She just turned around and moved on to someone else. I was like, okay, she was like, it's totally fine. But I think she was kind of had that moment with me where she was like, I think I know you, but I don't know you. Why are you coming to say hi? It was a funny one.
Well, I don't know. Like that's what I would do is I wouldn't come up to a person and say hi unless if I'd smile because I smile at everyone. So if she smiles back, I'll be like, hi.
That's
how
your
are
in.
You? Exactly. I'll be like, okay, fine. Maybe she knows me. Maybe there's something. And then I'll be like, oh my God, how are you? How's everything? And then they will talk. And then as they talk, I'll be like, so I know her from this and that.
The absolute worst is when you wave at someone in public and you get nothing back. Or you're just looking because you're like, is that... And you just keep staring, and then they just totally like blank you, and you're like, okay, that's not.
That's embarrassing. It's like, hi. It's like, oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind.
Wow, look at this guy.
It's beautiful.
Fun one. That was Filmfare Awards last night. So much fun. It was great to bring like such an amazing content creator community together, and well done to all of the Lovin Dubai team for that award. Let's jump into our top stories this morning.
So His Highness Sheikh Hamdan is investing 105 million dirhams in mental health. So introducing the new mental health framework, which supports the objectives of the Dubai social agenda to make Dubai the world's best destination for living, working and visiting.
So 105 million dirham has been directed to help improve the infrastructure over the next 5 years in line with the new 10-part plan to enhance the city, as the plan involves early detection of any factors that might affect an individual's mental and emotional state.
It also aims to provide high-quality care and support and counseling as well services to improve the stability of the community, and the priority goes to the elderly, children, people of determination, and those with chronic diseases, and various other segments of Dubai society. Which I'll tell you something, Casey, is that this is music to my ears because mental health is so important, and the fact that Dubai and His Highness are recognizing how important it is for the community and for the society is just like amazing.
It's a really great step, and if you want to look more closely in detail, if you're interested, you can see the 10-part framework objectives on our post that we shared yesterday. And one of the things I think is interesting is they mentioned kind of the school environment. So there will be specialized training programs for educators and even for parents to provide psychological support to students, enhance their emotional resilience and capabilities, because I think there's supporting the person, so getting someone the help that they need, but then there's the people in the supportive roles that also need training. So if you've ever been in a position where someone beside you is struggling, and you don't have the right language, you don't have the right dialogue. So not only, I think, is Dubai going to look at helping the person with comprehensive care, they're also going to look at teaching people to support others, which I just think is amazing.
Of course it's amazing, because you know what? Sometimes like at schools and at like different locations, different jobs, like whatever, you can have someone who's in front of you who's struggling clearly, and you would not know what to say, and saying the wrong thing can make the situation worse, and then you will feel worse because you don't know what to do. And of course this is very important for everyone.
Right. More on that on the feed if you'd like to check it out. Another story that got a lot of attention yesterday, security drones are being deployed across Dubai. For your safety, Dubai police aim to use cutting-edge technology to boost safety and security by swiftly responding to emergencies.
They announced the news on a social saying, "Please be informed, the drones you may see in your area are part of Dubai police efforts to enhance quick responses to emergencies." Well, we are going to be watched, but not for the people are going to be like, "Oh my God, what is that? What is that?" But because it's just like they are using technology to enhance the safety of the country.
Right.
And I mean, as well the city, right? So it's just like, I mean, we do see a lot of police cars around, and the police reply, and they are so, I would say, productive with the society as a whole. However, the drones will be there like to quickly catch on things. So we said back then, I think when I did say like Dubai is a very fast-moving city, and because of that, it's going to be even more fast-moving. So if anyone does anything wrong, it's going to be like quick on the go, caught.
Yeah, and it's so fast, and they'll just be able to understand emergency situations so quickly. When you think about what it's going to be like put into practice, you think that like the small things that will make us feel like we're living in the future, and you look back at, I don't know if you watch Futurama when you were growing up, but I was obsessed with the show, and you know they had like spaceships in the air, rockets, and it will start with a more common drone presence. So if you see more drones, but at least you'll know that they are all Dubai owned and governed with regulations. They're not, you know, I think drones need absolute regulation, because you can't just have.
Of course.
There was a story about the Olympics. There was in the news this morning. There was a football team, women's football team, warming up, preparing for the Olympics, and they had to cut the training because there was a drone presence, and what they found was the drone presence was connected to another team. And I'm thinking, I think if someone heard that, just tell me if I've got that wrong, but I think that's what was happening. They were trying to see what the other players were doing, like how cheeky.
That's actually,
it's got to be regulated.
I mean, 100%. And as well, by the way, I just want to say something, is that I just wanted to compare the difference between how Dubai uses technology and how other countries use technology. Of course, I'm not shaming, I'm not throwing any country under the bus. However, do it. Yeah, okay. So for example, like you just said the example, right? Like for example, like Dubai are putting the drones because they are in the future. We are in the future. Of course, we know that Dubai has the 2030 vision. And in light of that, you know, there's no way to actually implement and get to that vision if Dubai does not really, I would say, elevate its services. And there's nothing better to elevate its service than, I would say, use technology, which is right now. They're not like just like stuck in the past.
So true, so true. And you know, we talk about embracing change and that mindset being so important.
True.
And if you live in Dubai and you see this thing, you'll question, you might complain. It's the only reason we get to the next level is because of all of these future moves. So expect to see more drones in the sky, but just know that they are there for your safety.
Well, now it's really hot, you guys. But how to deal with the heat wave in the UAE? Have you guys seen the heat and the humidity lately? It's crazy. As the summer heat ramps up, the UAE Ministry of Health and Prevention has shared key tips to help everyone stay safe during the heat wave.
So the advice is as follows. Keep an eye on the forecast to stay updated with temperature. Have a first aid kit at home with essentials such as oral rehydration salts, thermometer, plenty of water, cooling clothes, and a fan of battery-operated water sprayer. I have some shopping to do.
We all do, because as well, you know, you need to like wear like lightweight, light-colored clothing. There are loose-fitted, and don't forget to put on moisturizer and sunscreen before heading out. We do have our full list on our Instagram post, but mostly stay hydrated and keep workers and stray animals in mind.
You nearly say that what we've just said is obvious, but at the same time, we are dealing with, we're so blessed with AC, but what's actually going on outside is super hot. And as you said at the beginning, you can see the humidity. It's a bit of fog, but you can see it.
Yeah.
It's so hot and sticky. And if you're going to be outside for any length of time, it's really important you follow those practical steps, or you could see yourself in a bit of
100%.
trouble.
A lot of people, by the way, like as well, like I am born in Dubai and I live in Dubai. So to me, I'm used to the heat. However, when you are used to the heat and used to the weather of Dubai, you tend to be like, oh yeah, no, it's fine. Until a heat wave hits you and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I should have taken care. You know, it's like, for example, like I've seen a story of a lady. She's a tourist in the UAE, and she posted like, oh, I'm the only not okay person that's on the beach, because no one was on the beach because of the heat. So it's like, maybe avoid staying out in the sun during hours between, I don't know, 12 and 4, I would say.
12 and 12?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Maybe have water, stay hydrated, try to be indoors as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Put on sunscreen, because we might not be aware of what is actually happening around us, but it's the moment where like you go like, okay, wait, I can't, I'm dizzy. And it happened to me actually once. I took the heat wave for granted, and I was like tanning and having fun at the beach, and the next thing I know, I was like,
you get dizzy, right? It really just knocks you for
literally
10.
Exactly, 100%. And as well, we did say like how it was the hottest day on earth on Sunday.
Right, it was the hottest day ever recorded on Earth. So this isn't just a Dubai thing, and in fact I would say we are nearly immune to it, because I think we're so used to it that it didn't feel particularly warmer, but across the world it's been recorded as the hottest day recorded in climatic history, and it happened this weekend. So although we're a little bit immune to those rising temperatures because we're so well prepared for it.
That's true.
We're not immune as humans, but we have the AC. Even our, like, some of the bus stops have AC units. You know, we're very well looked after when it comes to.
Thank you, Dubai.
we're very lucky, but around the world they don't have the same. So as rising temperatures, it is a concern. But yeah, across the world, hottest day ever.
It is honestly, it is. And one thing I just want to say something is that because of how immune we are to the heat, we do take it for granted. And we take it for granted, like we think, you know what, that the worker that we ordered the food from, or the delivery driver, or the stray animals that are there, we go like, oh yeah, they'll be fine. We'll put some water and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But just like maybe just like think of them like you would think of you.
So true, which brings us on nicely to our next story. Why a video of a man brushing the streets in Dubai won hearts yesterday. So footage of a man sweeping the streets of Dubai has won hearts and grabbed hundreds of thousands of views we shared it yesterday, and it's reminding everyone what small acts of kindness truly mean. You can see the video here behind me. I think at the start of the video you're thinking this could go either way. It's a teeny tiny cat on the side of the highway, and the man sees the cat and you think, what's he gonna do? Oh, we don't have it here. What's he gonna do? And he just very quickly, kindness of his heart, picks the cat up, puts the baby on his shoulder and continues his moment. And it's just that small little thing of a human. It's just the human energy of, looking after the little baby while she's on the side of the road. So sweet. And it just shows you that like so many people could drive past, so many people would walk past, but his like small little touch was just, I think we all just felt it. We all just felt that moment of what's going to happen to this cat. He just bends down, puts it on his shoulder. So
one thing I want to say is that, you guys, keep in mind that he is in the middle of the heat. We just talked about heat, and can you imagine how hot it would be? And like, of course, he's wearing his suit and so on, and he still managed to actually care for the cat. And the video in Arabic says, you would know a person how you see how he treats who cannot hurt him or even do him well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And this honestly just like shows a lot, because he could have ignored the cat. He could have been like, yeah, whatever, I'll just continue my job. I'm sweating, it's hot, it's humid, it's this, it's all of these things. But he didn't. He actually cared for the cat, picked her up, and just continued doing his humanitarian, cute stuff.
And that comment on the video trickles into all levels of society, how we treat people around us. For example, in different industries, in the service industry is a true mark of who we are as humans.
100%.
And one of the comments is, something about, people who are very well off sometimes don't show that same level of respect to humans or animals. And it's just something to think about as we go on with our day.
I think honestly, yeah, because like it just shows us, you know what, it's okay, even if you are, I don't know, like, and we see this with the royal family, right? They are the royal family and they are so humble. So no matter what you do, no matter who you are, just maybe it's okay to maybe put your guard down for like a minute or a second and be kind. Kindness takes nothing, it's for free.
And I totally agree with you, and I just love a comment that like the world is not that bad with such kind hearts around. So sometimes you see a lot of negativity that goes online, and then you see just sweet moments that make you realize that majority of people are out here for good. 8:48 on Wednesday morning, we're so excited to sit down with our next guest. We're going to be talking about the future of cosmetic surgeries in the region with Dr. Adel Quttainah, who has a history of experience behind him.
Ahmed, have you seen the numbers?
No. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today we're delighted to welcome Dr. Adel Quttainah, a leading expert from Quttainah Specialized Hospital in Dubai, famous for its pioneering healthcare and cosmetic services in fields such as surgery, dermatology, anti-aging, and of course, laser treatments. Here to tell us more about it and to answer your questions if you've got them. Welcome to the show. Good morning, good morning.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. So my first question is, when we want to have a plastic surgery done for ourselves, of course, before that we have to go through the process of choosing the right doctor. So what are the three main factors that someone should prioritize when choosing a dermatologist?
I mean, like anything else, you have to do your homework, research the doctor. Don't totally rely on social media and any kind of advertising platform to choose your doctor. Word of mouth is always best. Word of mouth, yeah. You've got friends and family that did surgery with this surgeon and they're happy with it, then you kind of check out that surgeon, see his qualifications. What is he an expert in, I mean, not every doctor knows how to do everything, yeah? And of course, the facility, that's the main thing. It's a good, solid, accredited facility that's safe to do surgery in, and that's probably the main three factors.
Interesting, because I think in Dubai there are many facilities, there's many hospitals. So what sets Quttainah apart from others?
I mean, we've been in the business a long time. We started off in Kuwait with centers, and then we came to Dubai and then Doha. So we've got experience on our side. We choose the best surgeons to work in our facilities, and of course anesthesia doctors and all that. So that's what sets us. We've got experience on our side, yeah, for sure.
So cosmetic surgery has been, like normalized recently and talked about.
Yeah.
What would you say is the most popular cosmetic surgery that has been?
I mean, aesthetic surgery. Okay. I mean, it's always been body contouring. Body contouring is always like the bread and butter of aesthetic plastic surgery. So it means liposuction, sculpting, fat transfer, BBLs. That's really the most popular, of course. But I mean, you've got everything across the board. Facial surgery, breast surgery, all these procedures are also very common. What's always on the top of the list is liposuction. Always.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's dive into that. So demographic-wise, so who is getting liposuction? Why are they getting it? And also, have you seen a shift in age? Is there a shift in age in the last 10 years of people getting it?
Shift in gender. Yeah, I mean, age. I mean, plastic surgery. We operate on people from this 15 years of age to 80 years of age. Different kind of procedures for both categories, but I mean, the shift was mostly as in gender. Men are getting more surgeries these days, so they're.
For example, the 15-year-olds? That's shocking to me. Is that an elective surgery? And how do you deal with the kind of the moral questions?
I mean, this is not the usual. I mean, but you get that for orthoplasties, even at that age, you can get a rhinoplasty. Females can get rhinoplasties.
This is the nose?
Yeah, if it's really bad and they getting ridiculed at school and picked on, then we do these surgeries. Yeah. So,
if let's say a 14-year or a 15-year-old comes to the clinic and goes hey, I want to do this. Would you advise, because as well fillers are very prominent right now, and
not fillers, no.
Everything, everything with cosmetic and so on. So would you advise them not to?
Of course, yeah. I mean, at this age, they're still psychologically not there yet, And it's mostly the parents that's pushing for that, So you gotta really look in, each case you look into it differently. So
interesting. So sorry, but I was wondering about the complications that you would go through, such big procedures.
Aesthetic surgery, we don't like to talk about complications. I mean, it's we deal. That's the beauty about my profession, is that we deal with healthy patients. And at the end of the day, I mean, we really thoroughly screen the patients that we operate on. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an elective procedure. You don't need it. So complications, they do happen. I mean, for the most part, it's just simple stuff, like a wound opens up a little bit, a bit of infection, a bit of a bleed. All this we can take care of, So we try to avoid the real serious complications by screening patients properly.
Right.
So that's the way it goes.
What about realistic expectations? Because I feel like there's, stereotypical beauty out there, and I might come into you and I say, I want to look like Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, see, I mean,
she's beautiful. How do you deal with the realistic expectations on that?
The thing is, you begin your surgical career and you're trying to perfect your craft and deliver beautiful surgical results to patients. But as you get veteran and more experienced, you start, recognizing the patients that have unrealistic expectations, and they come in many forms, basically. So it's to know when not to operate on a patient is when you become a good surgeon.
Right.
So, if a patient walks in through the door, and you have to kind of psychologically quickly analyze them. Is this a rebound decision based on they had a trauma in their life or a major life-changing event, and they're just kind of reacting to that? You gotta give them time. Tell them, go, think about it, and then of course they never come back, and whatever. Young patients are always problematic because they don't comprehend fully, especially males. Male young patients we worry about when they come in. So yeah, I mean, of course, and then you've got the rare things like body dysmorphic disorder and all that kind of stuff. So patients come in, unrealistic expectations. You tell them this, I cannot deliver this. I mean, I know they're going to just go to the next clinic and have it done, but at least I've saved myself the agony of dealing with that patient later because they're never happy. So if a patient has proper expectations and are very realistic, then we do the surgery. Yeah.
Can you share like one of, or not, most of like your challenging cases?
I mean, challenging cases are usually secondaries. By secondaries, I mean botched cases from other places. And it depends on how botched the case is, and it gets more complicated, So again, then you have to manage the expectations of the patient and tell them, listen, well, I can fix 70% of that or 80% of that. But these are the most challenging patients,
You've mentioned male surgery a little bit, and I'd just like to get your insights on what are kind of the most common male surgeries. I know it's not a surgery, but I've heard of Botox, but I haven't heard much beyond that.
Stepping up the game, they want equal rights. They want. So they're not. I mean, we've been like seeing a continuous growth in male patients coming in. It's mostly for men. It's mostly body contouring again. Males that have lost a lot of weight. Especially, with the advent of all these bariatric surgeries, or Mounjaro, Ozempic, all these medications, people are losing a lot of weight, especially men. So they come for, procedures to kind of get rid of the excess skin. Male surgeries, hair transplants, rhinoplasties, man boobs. And again, liposuction is always on the top.
So we've seen this Ozempic face with the falling a little bit. Is that something that you've dealt with?
Yeah. I mean, that's when patients lose weight, they lose weight everywhere. The face might be the last to kind of show, but when it shows, and you talk about facelifts and stuff.
Such a huge industry here, and we never dive into it. This is so interesting.
100%. And as Casey has mentioned, the Ozempic face, because Ozempic has become such a trend. So what are the future trends and emerging technologies in the plastic surgery? I mean,
really in our business, surgeries have not advanced so much. It's most of the advances are happening in the cosmetic dermatology with all their new machines and stuff like that, laser machines and stuff. In our business, we do have, the fear of the knife. It drives a industry that's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and coming up with all these machines and technologies like J-plasma, body tight, phasers, all that kind of stuff, just to kind of get that segment of patients that are worried to go under the knife, and then just kind of do it does work like 10%. That's 15%.
Only 10% these are working?
Yeah.
They're not as effective as surgery.
I have to say that, So
big industry, a lot of money.
Yeah, I know, a lot of money. So
can you share, before you leave us, could you share one piece of advice for someone who's considering cosmetic surgery? What would you say to them? I
mean, aesthetic plastic surgeries for people that just want to kind of enhance that one thing in their face or body that they don't like. At the end of the day, not to go too crazy and, like you're saying, just following anything, trends and stuff like that. Do their homework, that's for sure. Know the surgeon that they are going to operate with. Choose the proper facility, that's what they have to do before just kind of not just whatever goes up on social media. That's very important.
Research and being psychologically minded. That is Dr. Adel Quttainah, leading healthcare specialist in the region. We really appreciate your time this morning. And he's off to surgery at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
What do you have at 10?
Busy day. What surgeries? Mastopexy, breast lift, liposuction, and then fat transfer, BBLs.
Is that 4 in a day?
No, that's the one patient.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first patient.
One person.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Well, best of luck. That's incredible. 4 surgeries in one day, guys. That brings us to the end of the show. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. We'll see you then. Thank you, Barra.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.